Hello everybody, welcome to our channel. So today we have a repairing. I've got this thing. This is an upper knee of the rod, of the spinning rod. So we have one split here between two rings. So what way are we going to repair it with? The first thing you can think about is just to change all this part, but it depends. It connected that you will need to put two bandages here, and it'll really change all the connection of everything. So because of these bandages and because of it, I decided to change all the non-splitting, all the part where we have it. I decided to change the upper knee. So for it, I needed to find a piece of blank that is actually the same. I actually found it. The diameter is really the same. So now we're gonna to take it off and to connect it, and after cutting it, in this place two blanks, so we'll find one more thing. We'll find insert, we'll glue it, and we'll put our rings here. Also we'll varnish it. Hopefully you remember how to take the rings off. There is nothing difficult here. You only need to hit our winding and to take all these things off. We can do it with help of hair dryer, or also, of course, you can do it with help of lighter. So you can see how we're doing it. It's not so difficult actually. If you also need to hit it, so we can do it. You don't need to hit it for a long time, just some time to be enough for it. So as you can see, we put our ring off and we even don't have any stops here, spots actually. So we need to do the same with this top. We have some parts here, and we need to do the same procedure on our main rod, and we need to change it. Some parts of varnish we had there actually. So under this place we had the ring. We need to cut the blank off, and we need to find the inserts. So I cut them off. Our top is ready for connecting it to the bottom part. The diameters are actually equal. They came very good. They are almost the same. So I'll put a small bandage there. It will not be visible. Just actually, it's gonna be good and great. So now we need to find the insert and bandage. For doing it, from all our details, actually, from all our spare parts. We need to find the one that will be really good, really needful. And we need to look at all the. We need to just try everything on it. Yeah, it's not really easy. So I found these parts, these things, they are quite approachable. You can see that their diameter is really good. So we only need to find the best one. Some of them are almost go here, some of them go here fluently, actually too fluent. So we need to decide what's better. We need everything to be good. So maybe this one or this. So this one is very actually too fluent, and now I'm going to decide what we really need. So probably I'll take this one because it's quite better. I'm gonna to cut it here, considering that we'll have to put the ring with our wand in here, and it'll be hidden with help of it. So I found everything, I've cut it already, and we've got the next construction. So you can see how it actually is. So actually I will make it a little bit more thin here, just for it to look better, and we'll glue all these things. Then we'll varnish it. So we've glued it, and I've sharpened it for our thread. So now I'm going to put the ring here. It will not even be visible. Everything will be very accurate and invisible. So I'll tell you how to do everything. So I've glued the bandage on the place we need it actually, and I put the rings and I put the thread here. As you can see, everything is really good without any pathing. Just try to find the place we were working on. Now I will tell you how to put the thread on the rings, but I will not show it to you on this thick extra new rod. I will show it for you on more thicker one, just for you that everything will be visible and cool. So now we'll take a thick blank and we'll take more ring, and I will tell you how to put the ring on the banana, and I will tell you the process of the winding. So before starting, we need to put the ring on the banana. So for us to put the thread on it, actually, to put the winding, there are three ways of doing it. The way number one, just to take scotch. This is kinda very useful material too. And we need to put it here. You can see how we're doing it. This is the easiest, the most convenient, the fastest way. The way number two, we need to take the rubber. So you can see how we're doing it. And we need to try to pull it as much as possible. And we need to put the ring under it. So our ring is really good. Is really good to place it. So we even can move it on the blank. So just to find the best place. When we will reach the middle of this ring, and we'll cut the rubber off and move on. So the way number three, we need thermal glue and niter. We need to heat this part of our ring. Then we'll put it on the thermal glue, and we need to put it on the necessary place. When everything will be ready, one bad thing of it is that for moving this ring, we will need to unglue it. We will need to heat it actually. The plus of this way is that with time, if something will weak, because every bending can weak, you will just be sure that our ring is really good here. It holds really good here. So the way of using it, only you decide what to choose. Actually, I use all of these three. And as for me, it depends on my mood. And now I'm going to tell you and to show you how to make wanging. I took this really bright one. I will show you how to make decorative wanding and the usual one. So before starting, we absolutely need to cut this part of our ring down for our thread, and it's really neat. You really need it. It's really necessary. Firstly, for making it, we need some equipment. The first one is scissors, the brush actually also, this tool, it can be actually the one you are most convenient with. It's just kind of a spoon for moving our windings. It doesn't absolutely, and also we absolutely need scalping. So we put everything on its places, on their places. And there's a question: how to put the thread on the blank to start? There are two ways. The classic one, we need to take the end of our thread, put it on the blank, make one turnover, and with help of main thread, we are going to our tail, holding this node here. We need to make 2-3 turnovers. The main thread is holding the tail, so we can continue doing it. And after some turnovers, we can just cut it off, cut this tail off. So we need just to do it with help of scalpel, and we can continue. Not everyone will be able to fix this thread on the blank. When I only began, it was quite difficult for me. When I remember my first steps in Rodbuilding, I just can't remember it without smarting, and I came up with such way. I came up with it by myself. Yes, this way is in the internet, but I came up with it by myself. I use the internet. We need to take some scotch, take some amount of our thread, and you can see what we're doing it. We are holding the thread. When we'll reach the necessary place, we're doing the next procedure. We'll make the first turnover, and then we're putting it here. And then we are starting doing our winding. Everything is almost ready here. We only need to equal everything. So it's possible to free the tail, and you can see that this is two very beautiful and equal winding. I really recommend it for beginners, because not always you can put the thread by your hands. So what way to choose? You can make this decision. So this way is really good for beginners. So the next thing I'm going to show you is how to use two threads with different colors. So I'm going to show you how to do it. We need to take the thread of the second color. We will need to do the same procedure. We need to fix it on the blank. Usually some turnovers are in the beginning of the winding, and so we'll make 4, 3, or 5 turnovers. And now we need to put it aside, just not to. So how to do it? we need to cut our thread, and we need to do the next thing this way. You can see how we're doing it. And then we can use our scotch again, actually. So now we only have one tail and a piece of color thread. Now we'll take the main thread, and the same way I showed you, we'll put it here. Considering that we have scotch that holds a pink thread, and we can fix our main color under this scotch, that will really fascinate the procedure of doing it. And so we can continue venting. You can see that our main color began going on the tail. We also need to hold the tail of the main color, and of the decorate one we need to make about 3-5 turnovers until everything is fixed. And now under the scotch we need to take all our tails off. So we need to do it this way. We need to equal everything, to make everything to be equal. We have 3 tails we need to cut off. We also need to take our scalpel, and we are cutting the main one. Then you can see that our tails are quite beautiful. They're coming out quite beautifully actually. And we can cut them too, so we can continue our welding. Also, we need to use our brush to put all the dust and viruses away, because we can't escape them. So, the most important moment when our thread is going on the beginning of the ring, as you can see, everything came here with the first time without any bad things. It only happened because I cut these off, because I have actually done it, because I have sharpened it, and you can regulate the thread, and I always pull it as much as it possible, but you just can't push this blank with our ring, and you can have some scratches, but it's really bad. Everything will come with an experience, so it's quite easy to show you everything. So we're doing banding. So we need to consider that all of our varnish of all of our coils were near to each other. Absolutely put all the veneers off, because we always have dust in the air. You can't just get 100 clearness in your place and hygienic. It can be just hygienic, absolutely. It can be absolutely hygienic, because it's not a factory, it's not a medicine, something of it. So, yeah. So now I'm going to show you how to finish our banding for it to look beautiful. For it, we need to put under the main thread the thread we will tighten. So for it, I use a part of thread. We have a noose here. We need to put it under our banding, and then we can continue doing it. We need to make everything to be equal. So you can see how we're doing it. When we will reach the pin of the ring, we can cut our main thread off, and we can put the end in our noose we had put before. So we've done it, you can see. Now we only need to do it this way. Considering the length between this place and this one, you need to cut it about 1-2 millimeters less for it not to go out to that edge. So we need scissors. We're cutting our tail off. As you can see, we have one small piece here, and pushing this place on that's going under this thing, we need to hold it, and we need to put it inside. We've done it. Now we can use our equipment, our tool, and with this part, just to do this procedure, the next procedure we're doing now. That everything is equal and it's really good. You need to do it. You can do it by kind of plastic thing, but I'm doing it with this tool on the another side of it. So you can buy it in a pharmacy. It costs about 4 or 5 euros. It's really good professional tool. You can buy it once and it will be enough for you for always. So we need everything to be beautiful. So we only need to cover it with varnish, and in the next video I want to tell you how to varnish it. I'll give you some recommendations how to get rid of some defects we have on our wedding, so it can be some videos or some rubbish that we've got. Of course, you can do it absolutely ideally if you will work in a place, in a very hygienic place without dust, and this all is kind of from the part of fantasy, probably. So just do it as it does, and I will tell you how to make it equal with help of varnish, how to get rid of all the defects. And so one more reason of appearing of them is if you push it so much, just don't push it, just don't pull it, actually not push, just don't pull it so much, because if you will do it, it will not bring to anything good. Of course, you can do it in another way. You can get rid of that defects. So you've seen how I did it, how I repaired the spinning, how I repaired this rod. So I think you've understood the principle of doing it. If you will have any questions, so just don't forget to ask them in the comment section. I'll answer all your questions in the description and box and in the comment section. Hopefully this small video lesson will really fascinate your working. So this is really useful video. I hope you like it, and there are many ways of repairing the rod, but I told you about the best one. So hopefully really you will consider my effort. So this is all. I hope really hope you like this video. It's useful for you. Don't forget to subscribe on our channel not to miss the next video. Join our groups in the social medias, and also join our forum. There are many fishermen. There are many great news there. You can discuss any nuance there about maybe some repairing or something else. You'll be able to consult with the fishermen, with very experienced fishermen. So you will be able to discuss everything. I wish you good luck. Goodbye.